Welcome back, peeps, to Let's Play Lost Horizon with me, Pixie Poison. I know there's been quite a bit of a gap since the last video, I do apologise, but we are back with this one. I did have a couple of problems with this, but I've managed to get it working again. So, in the last video, we managed to find the lost temple that the British officers managed to find. And we also found, through Kim translating her uncle's notes, that Professor Hayes may have the Eye of the Dragon and Keeper's Map. Unfortunately, he's now in Marrakesh, which is where we are at the moment. But he's currently in jail for not paying taxes. So we're going to have to find him if we want to get any more info. So we are going to go up to the bazaar here. Okay. So we need to nip to the gendarmerie, wherever it is. Need to find it. Hold on. Let me get my bearings. Let's see. I believe it's to the station. I believe. Let's see. Oh wait. Well, maybe that way actually. North exit might take me there.
That's the gendarmerie.
Ah, there we go. There we are. Okay, well let's go in and see if we can bail out Hayes.
I beg your pardon?
Bonjour. How can I help you?
I'm looking for Professor Hayes. I was told I could find him here.
That is correct. Professor Hayes is a guest in the cell behind me.
Could I speak to him quickly?
I am afraid that's impossible, sir. While investigations are ongoing, Professor Hayes is not allowed contact with anyone. That was a direct order.
But it's really very urgent.
I'm sorry, monsieur. The situation would be very different on payment of bail, of course.
Bail?
Naturellement. The judge has set bail, upon payment of which Monsieur Hayes can be released.
How much is the bail?
200 francs.
I see. That's 200 francs more than I have.
I assume you have the funds.
Don't worry. I'll raise the capital somehow.
You may bring the money to us anytime.
Good to know. I didn't notice his car, but apparently he's got a nice one.
That handsome vehicle outside.
Ah, the pride of the gendarmerie. 35 horsepower, 3 gears, and 0 to 60 in 45 seconds.
You certainly seem to like it.
I see. Right, okay.
That's everything for now.
Well, we've got everything we can out of this
I wish you
guy.
a pleasant day, monsieur.
Thanks. Okay. Well, don't worry, there is a way to talk to Professor Hayes.
Young man.
What?
Huh?
Over here, from the cell window.
Hayes? Professor Hayes?
There we go.
Shh. We have to be quiet. What do you want from me?
My name is Paddock. Fenton Paddock.
Not so loud.
Somebody in your shop told me I could find you here.
The friendly Monsieur Lacoste, no doubt. In these somewhat embarrassing circumstances, I think we can save ourselves any formalities. So tell me, what brings you here?
I need your help. Do you remember your Tibet expedition about 14 years ago?
Are you joking? Could I forget? It all began with that expedition. Call it fate or maybe destiny, but I don't believe it was chance that brought me there.
Then the name Yin Wang means something to you.
Of course. But why on earth are you interested in this expedition?
Yin Wang was an old friend of mine. He died a couple of days ago, and I used his maps from that time to try and find an expedition that's disappeared in Tibet. We reached the Kembalung Valley, but found a Nazi squad occupying the monastery there.
Stop, stop! Are you trying to tell me that you have found the actual Kembalung Valley?
Oh yeah.
I mean, technically the Nazis found it first. I just followed them. But they'd killed all the monks.
And what about you? Did you enter the monastery itself?
Hell
While I was
yes.
searching for my friend, the leader of the expedition, I found a secret chamber. There were these symbols all over the walls. The same as the ones Yin Wang drew. He translated them using your notes.
Yes. When we were preparing for the expedition, I found a previously unknown script in a library in Nepal. I don't suppose you deciphered the symbols in the chamber?
Well, in a way. Yin Wang's niece actually did the translation bit. But you know, I got her there in the first place. It was all nonsense, though. Sleeping dragons and gates and fairies.
Not
There's
nonsense.
something about a key. You can find it by viewing the keeper's map through the eye of the dragon. I know it sounds crazy, but my friend disappeared in that chamber. I need to find him. Yin Wang wrote that you found the remains of a map and a gemstone during your expedition.
Perhaps, my friend, we should all be more open to belief in such stories. After all, Schliemann's belief in Homer's stories led him to find Troy. This
True.
is probably the greatest news of my entire life. We need to get out of here. I have the Eye of the Dragon. If your translation is correct, then I now know what to do with it. I will
Fabulous.
finally find Shambhala. After all this time.
Shambhala. The Nazi leader talked about Shambhala. What is a Shambhala?
The Buddhists call it Shambhala, but it's much, much older than Buddhism or any other religion on this earth. The Nazis want to find it as well.
Of course they do.
How ironic.
Mm-hmm.
For years, no one believed me. Refused to fund a second expedition. I lost my reputation and my job. But I knew I was in the right. And now, the Nazis of all people are drawing the same conclusions as I did. Even if only a fraction of what I found out about this place is true. It would be a major catastrophe if the Nazis were to find Shambhala. Do they know about me and the Eye of the Dragon?
Already on their way.
My, you do bring a sense of adventure with you, don't you? Get me out of here, and I'll tell you everything that I know. Not a second has passed over the last 14 years when I didn't think about finding Shambhala. Oh, my heart. Oh, this excitement is too much for me.
Are you ill?
Not ill, but not young either. Could you do me a favor? There is a small case in my shop with an ornament on the lid. My heart drops are in there. Please get it from Lacoste.
What about the dragon eye thing? Isn't that more important?
Forgive me, young man. We only met 5 minutes ago. I'm not willing to part with the eye quite yet.
Good
But
point.
Don't worry. Lacoste will never find it. Bring me the case as soon as possible. Then we'll worry about the eye.
Don't forget the Nazis. I'll do my best, but I need to find 200 francs for your bail as well.
Yes, of course. Here, take this ring. It's not worth much, but if you can sell it for a few francs, it might be a start.
Thanks, Professor.
Oh,
See you soon.
it's a pretty ring anyway. Alright, so before we leave here, I'm going to look at this beauty of a car.
gendarme's pride and joy. I don't need to add auto theft to my list of misdemeanors.
Yes, you do, Fenton. Don't be silly. And we also have a well here, right next to it.
I don't think this well sees much use.
Huh.
A rusty well crank. The
Can
well's
we
all
nab it?
dried up. But I might find a use or 5 for this crank handle.
Again, peeps, another trope of point-and-click adventure games. There's always a use for a crank handle. Literally, always. Right. Okay, so we need to go back to the bazaar. And we need to go back to Hayes' shop, which is here. Okay, where's Lacoste? There he is.
Monsieur Lacoste.
Yeah.
Oh, it's you again. Have you found Monsieur Hayes?
Yes. And I'm afraid I need your help.
Pardon?
Professor Hayes asked me to bring him his heart drops. He's not very well, you know. The arrest, the prison. Too much upset for an old man. In any case, the drops were in a small case and I...
Excusez-moi, monsieur. Before you go on, I have to stress once more that I cannot possibly hand over any piece from this shop before I have catalogued everything in it.
Listen, this man has heart problems. He needs his medication. You can't call red tape on me. Believe me, I've had my fill of red tape in the last few days.
You misunderstand me, monsieur. All of Monsieur Hayes' property has been confiscated. However, I can give you an application form. In certain cases of hardship, personal possessions of particular importance may not be seized.
Now you see, I would think that vital medication would be one of those items of particular importance.
I am not disagreeing with you, monsieur. However, I still need official permission. Present your case to the authorities and get this application form stamped.
Okay.
Ah, bureaucracy. The only thing more dangerous than the Nazis.
Hey. Okay. Right, so we need to get
You'll
that thing
see me
stamped
again.
if we
revoir, monsieur.
want to have any hope of getting that case. But first, we do need to raise some money for Hayes' bail. So he gave us a ring, so let's see if we can actually get anything for it. The jeweler's here. Hello.
Stop! Don't speak. Let me guess. You are from England, are you not?
Good guess. Or is it that obvious?
Between you and me, I heard you talking just now. How can Jamil help you?
Nice.
Well,
Stop. I've worked it out. You're looking for a fine necklace for your wife. No. A young daredevil like you is not yet died down. You're looking for a diamond for your mistress.
well,
Either way, your beloved will look like an oriental princess wearing jewelry from Jamil.
How do you know she's
I'll
Oriental?
give you the best prices in town. Buy at Jamil's and you won't regret it. So, what can I do for you, Sidi?
Well, see, I have this ring here.
listen, Jamil. How much would you give me for this ring?
Let me have a look. It's clearly made of gold, and the stone seems to be real as well. But I can see some wear and tear, and the overall design is not of a particularly high quality.
Don't play a player, Jamil. Stop trying to lower the price.
Look, Englishman, I like you, and I wish to be honest with you. You won't get any more than 3 francs for a ring of this standard. When I subtract the rent I pay for my shop and the upkeep of my 7 children, I can offer 2 francs at the most. And even this will, how do you say, break the bank?
Don't be tight.
Jamil, I can see not 1 foot from my face that you're selling silver rings for 15 francs.
Ah, a wise heart is like a rich treasure. Okay, 5 francs, final offer. Because I like you and we are celebrating our jubilee soon, I can also give you a free coupon. If you need a necklace repaired or want some jewelry polished to a shine, Jamil will do that for you for free. Take it or leave it.
I hate haggling. God knows why I'm a smuggler. Okay, fine. Give me the 5 francs.
Frugality lasts forever. And don't forget your coupon, Sidi.
Thank you very much.
I'm going to have another walk around town.
See you soon, Sidi.
Thanks, Jamil. Well, at least we've got some of them. There we are, there's our coupon and there's our 5 francs. Now, we want to talk to this guy here, Snake Charmer.
A skinny old man. He's sitting in front of a basket.
So
Good
we
day.
can charm out of this
May I
guy.
interrupt you briefly?
A tourist. Assalamu alaikum. Can I interest you in a demonstration of my art?
I don't technically have time. But why not?
Watch very closely.
Okay. Watching. Oh, there we go. There's the cobra. Ooh, hate snakes. Ooh. Hate them, hate them, hate them.
Nice job. I'm impressed.
Thanks, Sidi.
Mm-hmm. Oh, might as well waste all our
That
conversation.
was lovely.
Thanks, my friend. Unfortunately, not everyone here appreciates it.
What do you mean?
Recently, I was driven out of the bazaar. I'm not allowed to play there anymore. The merchants accused me of scaring away the customers.
Oh,
This flute
Poor
is
mate.
something very special. It has belonged to my family for more than 100 years and can produce magical tones. My forefathers were nomads and played music for their camel herds with this flute.
Come again? For their camel herds?
Exactly. Camels are very sensitive creatures, you know. They always serve their masters faithfully. Nomads need camels in order to survive the desert. Thus, there is a unique bond between an animal and his owner, which can best be expressed through music. Camels can feel the
Or YouTube
warmth
videos.
and gratitude emanating from the sounds of the flute, completely different to the ignorant and soulless traders here in town. These peasants do not know good music, unlike you, my friend.
And the camels, of course.
So how does it work?
I always wanted to learn how to teach snakes these tricks. I mean, how long on average does it take to teach a cobra to move to the rhythm of the music?
I shall be honest with you, stranger. Like most snakes, my cobra is completely deaf.
Huh.
It does not even hear the music. It just follows the movements of my hands. But the music creates the right atmosphere amongst the spectators.
My thirst for knowledge is quenched.
Clever.
I'm loving the story you told me about this flute.
No wonder, Sidi. The flute is something very special.
Is it really true that the sound of a flute has a special effect on camels?
Allah is my witness.
Can I convince you to give me a demonstration?
No offense, Sidi, but in order to find a camel, we will need to leave the town, and my legs aren't what they used to be. If the whole thing really interests you, you can borrow the flute and try it out yourself.
Can I?
Ah, grand.
Not so fast, Sidi. There's an old saying that goes, "Give and you shall receive." If I lend you my
Pretty
flute,
sure it's ask and you
I'll
shall
have to
receive,
take a
but
break. And
never
when I
mind.
have a break, I get thirsty.
Understood.
Alright then, okay.
You'll lend me your flute if I get you something to drink.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, fine.
I'll be off then.
Salam, stranger.
Okay. Right, we'll find you something to drink. But first, let's see if we can get that form stamped and see if we can get Hayes out of jail. Let's head to the gendarmerie again. He's got some authority. He should be able to stamp it. Here. Here. Get this stamped.
Good day.
What do you want now?
Here.
It's about Professor Hayes. I've known him a long time now, and I know he suffers from heart disease.
He seems perfectly healthy to me.
Yes, he is, but only if he takes his medication regularly. That's the whole point. I want to fetch his heart drops from his shop. The problem is, I can't get them without official approval. Would you be so kind as to stamp this application form?
Pardon. I really cannot do that.
Why?
Why? Is there something wrong with your hand? Here, let me take a look at that.
There is nothing wrong with my hand, monsieur. I do not have the authority to grant your application. Contact the head of the department or the judge. They are both back in town tomorrow.
Oh, great. You know what? I don't think I'd give you any authority if I were them either.
And if you were them, monsieur, you would know better than to insult an officer of the gendarmerie. Now, excuse me, s'il vous plaît.
Meow. Fenton
Everything
getting
for now.
feisty.
I wish you a pleasant day, monsieur.
After all that, he still says, have a pleasant day. He's like a poo from The Simpsons. Mr. Simpson, please pay for your purchases and get out and come again. Sorry, I don't know why I went into that one. Right. But he says he doesn't have the authority. But look at what we have here on his desk. A stamp.
That must be the official stamp of the gendarmerie.
Yeah, you can almost see the cogs turning in my head now, can't you, peeps? Where this is going. Right, okay. Right, so we're going to have to do a little bit of running about before we can get hold of that. So we want to make our way out of the city for a minute. So I want to go this way. I'll have a look at this poster over here. It's very telling.
Visit the Great Berber Festival and enjoy dancing, music, and traditional delicacies. Just north of the town and easy to get to.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
Ah, end of the line. The sign says, danger. Do not cross the salt lake on your own. It seems the Salt Lake may only be crossed in the company of an experienced guide. And where does one find oneself such a guide?
I don't know. Okay, let's have a look. What do we have here? A little tent.
This must be where the lake guide waits. Unfortunately, he's not here.
Oh. What's the sign
Break
say?
for lunch. Guided tours across the lake take place again this evening. Why does that not surprise me?
Oh, but there's a tent and a camel over there.
There's another tent on the other side. But I can't see anyone over there either.
Damn it. Oh, there's a camel though. Can we entice the camel over?
There's a camel over there. I bet it could help me over the lake. I once read that camels always find a safe route because they instinctively avoid quicksand or unstable ground. Or is that cats? No, it's definitely something to do with camels and their sensitive feet. But of course, the camel guide is nowhere to be seen.
Well, I'm sure we can find some way to get it. Maybe we can entice it with some hay?
I'll take some hay with me,
Yoo-hoo.
just in case.
No, somehow I doubt that if we just stand there waving some hay around, the camel will come over. No, I don't think so. Ooh, hello, sparkling stones. Come to Fenton.
They're covered in sand and dirt, but there are some small crystals in the ground here.
Can I grab them?
I can't break it off with my hand.
Okay, we'll use the handle then. There
I
we go.
should be able to break off some crystals.
Pretty.
Got it. I've levered off a piece of crystal.
Pretty. I like crystals. There we go. Okay. Well, since we've got that coupon from nice old Jamil, he can give it a nice polish for us, can't he? So, there we go. Hey, Jamil, take a look at this.
Ah, I just knew that you would come back. What can Jamil do for you, Sidi?
Yeah.
Would you be interested in a crystal?
Let me have a look, Sidi. This is no crystal. Well, not good crystal. This quartz is all over the Atlas Mountains. It badly needs to be polished up.
That's a shame. To tell the truth, I was hoping to sell it.
If you want me to, I could at least clean it up. Do you still have the coupon I gave you?
Yes, here it is.
Ah, there we
And
are.
this service is free of charge. Wait there. I'll do it now.
Thank you. Ooh, it's going to clean it up for me. Lovely.
Your quartz, sir. Looking considerably
Ooh,
finer.
hello.
His light touch.
Thanks, Jamil.
Fine.
I'm going to have another walk around town.
See you soon, Sidi.
Fine, he's basically made it into a lens.
The processed quartz crystal really catches the light.
Does it really? Hintity hint hint. Right. We're going to do a little bit of trickery here. This is going to require some precision. But this is how we are going to get that form stamped. So, what we need to do is we need to pop the crystal over here, like so. Gives us a nice little place to put it.
The quartz fits perfectly.
You don't say. What a coinky dink.
The sun's being refracted? Anyway, it's forming a beam straight through the crystal.
Okay. Well, since he's so protective of his precious car, let's give him something to worry about. I think he might be interested in a
It's amazing
fire
how
near
you
his
can solve
car.
your problems by setting fire to things. The gendarme loves this car. While he's fretting over the fire, maybe I can get to the stamp.
Of course we can.
What's that smell?
Fire! Something's burning!
What? Nom de Dieu, the car!
Oh.
Sacre bleu! Oh, children in this country can never be trusted. I've got to put this out!
Professor Hayes,
Yes? What's going on?
I've set up a distraction, but I can't move from here or I'll be spotted.
I see. A distraction from what, exactly?
From you stealing the gendarme's stuff. Do you see the table?
Yes, there's a telephone, a stamp, and an ink pad.
I need the stamp. Can you reach it?
No, I'm afraid not.
Okay. I'll think of something.
Well, maybe if I give you this, can you reach it?
Professor, try to pull the stamp towards you with this.
Okay.
Got it?
It worked. Here's the stamp. I'll give you the rod back in a minute.
Good work.
Okay, right, let's stamp that form then.
Okay, that's one more stamped form. Hopefully Lacoste will hand over the goods now. Here, Professor. Do you think you can get the stamp back on the table somehow?
I'll have to throw it, but it should be okay.
Good luck. Once the gendarme's back inside, I'll go speak to Lacoste.
Fab. See? Your precious car is fine. But, yeah, if he couldn't have put it out, he would have added arson to his list of misdemeanors. Never mind Grand Theft Auto. Right. Let's go back to Lacoste and get those heart drops from him. Da, da, da. Hey, Lacoste. Give us his heart
Monsieur
drops, will you?
Lacoste.
There's a good pal.
Oui?
Here's your form.
Oh, all right. Let me have a look at it. Oh, good. The stamp of the gendarmerie. This appears to be in order, monsieur. Please, take what you require.
I thank you with all my heart.
Okay, now where's the case? Let's have a look. Oh, there it is. Take it. There we are. Right, let us head back to Professor Hayes and give him his medication. There we go. Do, 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 do.
I have your drops, Prof.
God be with you. I'll just take my drops.
Hey,
Hold on to the case for me. I don't want the gendarme to see me with it.
What's this instrument in the case?
Ah, my gold detector.
Huh.
I have a physicist friend who developed it for me. It measures the gold content of certain objects with the help of a weak electrical field. I use it to check the gold content of artifacts people are trying to sell me. Take good care of it. It's very unique, you know.
Not a problem.
oh. Well, thank you very much. We now have a gold detector in our possession. Professor Hayes has his drops, and we'll work on getting his bail and busting him out in the next video. So, see you there, peeps.